Sports have the power to transform lives. I know because they transformed mine. My name is Brandon Steiner. As a kid growing up in Brooklyn, I used to dream about making it big as a professional athlete. Years later, I would create a sports collectibles and marketing empire based solely on the love of the game. I've done business with or met just about every sports icon around, and I've enjoyed the spoils of success. But now, I'm paying it forward with the help of some champions I've met along the way. Join me as I explore the remarkable humanitarian power of sports on The Hookup. Welcome to the Steiner Sports Hookup, presented by Preferred Home Care of New York. We've got two amazing hookups to share with you today, and we got two Yankee Hall of Famers that pitched in to help. Legendary hurler Goose Gossage, who's never afraid to speak his mind, and Mariano Rivera, the greatest closer of all time. Our first hookup is about a very underutilized space that's really important to kids that go to school every day. These are tough times, and many schools just aren't getting the funding that they need. They're forced to cut back on the so-called extras outside the classroom, like art, gymnastics, and library resources. They're all important, but if the children are truly prepared for the future, it's essential that they have access to information and instruction on how to use that information in a productive and meaningful way. And the love of reading is important for children. If that love is not nurtured and nourished, it may die. So when I got a call about a local elementary school in Mount Vernon, New York, whose library was in serious need of a hookup, I paid them a visit. Now it's been a long time since I've been into an elementary school, but I'm here to go see the librarian and seeing how I can upgrade things a little bit and hook up this library to the hilt. Cynthia Palmer is Hamilton Elementary's librarian. She's seen the actual size of the library get reduced by half, and like any educator, she's valiantly trying to do as much as she can with what she's got to nurture the love of reading and learning. How important is this room, for the growth and learning?
This room is important because in addition to academics and helping them read and become more fluent, it's fun. And so you learn from having fun. And so with the reading, I like to see that my kids are able to come in and always have an awesome collection of books that they can choose from. And many of them are avid readers, and that is going to be shown on test scores in the future. All of it works together.
Can you tell sometimes when kids come in, you can just see that by the amount that they read, the amount that they want to learn, can you tell right away you got somebody special?
Most definitely. And those are my kids that whenever I have a new book order, before I can even catalog it and put it on the shelf, they want it. I'm like, no, wait, you have to wait 2 more days. I've got to log it into the system before you can borrow it. Have kids who are reading 2 and 3 books a week.
Hold on a second. So there are kids that can't get the books they want to get at home.
Correct.
It's not like their parents are ordering those books or getting whatever they want. They are relying on this library.
On this library to give them the books for academics and for fun, entertainment over the weekends, over holidays. Like at Christmas break, I make sure that the kids leave with a book to read, because that's not everyone's reality, that there are going to be books at home for them to read. And so this is what keeps them going.
Crazy, because you think, if your kid wanted a book, that's such a blessing. You take them over to the bookstore or you go online, you buy a quick book, but that's really not the case here at Mount Vernon, is it?
When you talk about going to the bookstore, you're talking about money. And not all the kids' families are in that situation where they can just go and buy new books. Many of them, for whatever reason, also don't take advantage of the public library, so they really need to have those resources here. Once again, it comes down to money. Maintaining a modern library isn't cheap, so I enlisted the help of a few partners that I know care deeply about kids and education, like Robertson Oil, who quite nobly funded a large part of our vision for a multimedia space. There was also Mount Vernon's own Tri-County Office Furniture, owned and run by the DiPolito family. They helped out in a big way, donating and installing all the new furniture. I also have to thank Monroe College, who donated a plethora of books to the library. If you don't know how much a plethora is, I suggest you take a look at the website at monroecollege.edu. Writer John Gordon and publisher John Wiley & Sons donated even more books. And W.B. Mason provided much-needed office supplies. And when it was all done, we called everyone together and we brought in the closer. All good?
Hello, boys and girls. How are you? All right.
Mariano Rivera lives not too far from the school, and he was excited to help out a local institution and talk to the kids about the importance of reading and learning. We've kind of transformed this library. I guess I just gotta ask you one question. When you were their age, how important is reading?
Oh, reading is important for everything because you get knowledge and understanding what it is all about information and social great experience, especially when you have a place like this. Yes, it's a team. It's a group of boys and girls that have to learn, and they obviously will be called a team. And with that, it will be some questions and there will be answers. But the most important thing is that you have the books that will give you the information. So you got the best teachers that you can have too.
So a lot of these kids, they see you and you've won all the championships, the greatest closer of all time, but there's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes. What's your advice to them if they want to ultimately be one day like you?
Well, oh my God, if you guys want to be one day like me, I don't recommend that, but that's good because it has a lot of challenges. Giving back to the community, trying to do what is right, and always don't be thinking about yourself, personal. Don't be selfish. Just share and give back.
I'd say a couple of questions. There's always something of curiosity here. A question for anybody?
What was your favorite book to read when you were a kid?
I read this Tom Sawyer. Amazing. To me, it was just amazing. That was when I was your age. Who else?
Who was your role model growing up as far as baseball?
As far as baseball, role model? Well, I didn't have one. Believe it or not, I didn't have one. My role model was Pelé. But Pelé was a soccer player, and then when I met him, he told me that he wanted to be a baseball player, but he wasn't good enough. So he went back to soccer. Thank God that he did that. And I was the vice versa. I wanted to be a soccer player and I wasn't good enough to be Pelé, and I came to baseball, and we're here, So it's important. It's important that we chase our dreams and we believe and we give everything that we have to conquer those dreams.
When Mariano heard we were buying laptops for the library, he got HP to join in and donate several more laptops, and we're thankful for that help. We're able to team up with HP. We're able to get a bunch of computers for you to use. Whenever you're here, you'll have your own computer. So, thank you very much. And for you kids, I hope you enjoy the library. We will be back.
There you go.
We're not leaving yet. We're coming back.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
While I had Mariano around, I wanted to catch up with him and thank him for his help and talk to him about this big summer he's about to have. First of all, you look phenomenal. You're supposed to be getting old and retired, but you look great. How are you feeling? Everybody always asks, how is Mariano feeling?
What that means when you're getting old and you retire, how are you supposed to look? Can you tell me that? Can you answer that question?
Big belly.
Big belly?
You seem like you look as in shape as you've ever looked.
Kind of like you feeling like, you're looking good. You feeling better?
I feel good. When you came to New York, you were not that far from this school. You're living in this community. How important is it to come back to a community like this and give back?
Well, it's important for me, to a community that accept me as one of their own, and then for me to have the job that I did and the kind of acceptance that I have from the people around here. It's amazing. So for me to come back to the same town and give back, it was driving me. It was motivating me to do what is right. And that's why I have come back here and do it in Westchester County.
Two quick questions. You're getting honored this summer. I know that it's another thing that you don't really expect or want more light put on you. But what does that mean? This Mariano Rivera Day and then 96 reunion.
Yeah, the 96 reunion is great. Because it's something that it was a great year for us. We accomplished a lot of things. It was the beginning of a great run, through all those years after that. And it's wonderful to have that. I think that, and it's good because we see our friends and teammates that we were for so many years. So, and then August 14, when they're gonna put a plaque in Yankee Stadium. I mean, I'm looking for that. You know, I mean, to tell you the truth, but at the same time, I'm grateful that they recognize what we accomplished, and it will be a wonderful time. You know, I mean, again, you know, I mean, it's something that the Lord provided, and I'm just gonna be there with my teammates. That will be something special.
Well, Mariano deserves all the recognition that he gets. He's as fierce of a giver as he was a competitor, and we're lucky to have him at the hookup. We were also honored to have with us Dr. Kenneth Hamilton, the superintendent of Mount Vernon Schools. So, I mean, great day. You know, tell me what kind of lift this gives to, you know, we're able to come in and do something like this, have a Mariano or Rivera here. What kind of lift does that give the school?
Extraordinary, because one of the things we know about transforming school districts is schools can't do it alone. So we have to have partnerships with members of our community, members of the business community, in order for us to really provide as many opportunities as we can for kids. What I particularly liked about Mr. Rivera's conversation with the kids was that he comes to this country where English is not his first language. And we have so many kids in our community where they are in the process of learning language, and how extraordinary it is for them to have someone that they can relate to who sets this example for them, where in spite of what's perceived to be somewhat of a deficit, they're still able to accomplish what he's been able to accomplish. I think it's extraordinary.
How important is the library in a school like this with kids this age?
It's very important. And what's happening now is paper books are becoming less and less of a resource. So we are really striving to continue to make the library the nucleus of our schools across the district. And even as we infuse technology and give students more opportunities from a paperless standpoint, there are still going to be youngsters who will need to manipulate books and manipulate the pages in the books in order to make the association with words and pictures to help them advance their language. So we really try to work very hard to make sure that our libraries remain the epicenter of our school and our community. And I can't thank you enough for your capacity to partner with us and to help restore and rebuild this library. And it gives us a model that we want to emulate across the district with partnerships like yours.
Well, hopefully Steiner Sports, Mount Vernon School Districts, this was just the beginning of a beautiful thing.
I echo that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
Lastly, none of this could have been accomplished without Robeson Oil, whose financial support paid for the library transformation. Founded in 1921, Robeson is a family company run by brothers David and Daniel Singer. David Singer made sure that the school had everything it needed, and he showed up to make sure that everything that needed to get done got done right.
I thought the hookup today was really fantastic. I grew up in Westchester County, born and raised not too far from here. My business, my family, all my friends. You know, so when when you gave me this opportunity, you mentioned to me what we're doing down here, I just, it was great. We do a lot of other initiatives in the school district trying to help the kids. And, being here today with Mariano, coming in to save the library. Yep. I thought when he walked in I was going to hear Enter the Sandman start playing over the PA system. But it was great. It was exciting. And that's the reward. To see the kids, we saw them today. That's the reward.
Thank you for being a guy who walks the walk and talks the talk when it comes to community outreach and making your company really more than just a company that services heating and air conditioning. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's really, it's part of our core values, and we're just happy to be here.
I'm so proud of what we were able to do at the Hamilton Elementary School in Mount Vernon. Don't move. When we come back, I've got another hookup with the irrepressible Hall of Famer, Goose Gossage.
Hi, I'm David Singer, president of Robeson. For 80 years, we've been meeting the needs of homeowners. We knew that homeowners need to be warm and homeowners need to be comfortable, but now we also know that homeowners need to be healthy. That's why we created our air duct and carpet cleaning division, to help homeowners create the perfect home environment. It's all part of our goal at Robeson to help you save energy, save money, and live better.
You've got a friend in Robeson. I prefer Garrick and Mantle. They were both Triple Crown winners.
Wait, Dad, what about Yogi Berra? The guy won 10 rings.
Rachel, this conversation is deja vu all over again.
Well, it ain't over till it's over. With Preferred Home Care's CD-PAT program, you can have your children, friends, and other loved ones give you the care you need. For more information, call us at 1-855-742-6369 or visit www.preferredhcny.com.
Over the last 40 years, I've seen a lot of change. The neighborhood has changed, technology has changed, but mostly I've seen the people here change. I've seen a mother of 3 become a successful entrepreneur, a shy student become a community hero, a young woman devote her life to better others. We have 7,000 students here. They all come for one purpose, to improve their lives. Is that the kind of change you're ready for?
Welcome back to the Steiner Sports Hookup presented by Preferred Home Care of New York. Our second hookup really started when I got a call from an old friend, David Pomerantz, at the Hebrew home at Riverdale by RiverSpring Health. We had previously hooked up a section of their facility providing a space where residents could connect with their Yankee past. However, David had another area in mind that could use our services.
So Brandon, this is the space that I mentioned to you. It's a storage space. It really has no identity. It really needs the Steiner touch. We'd really love your help to make something special here.
Well, transforming spaces is exactly what we do. I wanted to build a refuge that both the residents and their families could enjoy, not for just a few minutes, but for the length of, say, a Yankee game. What's better than sitting down with family and friends and watching the Yankees do their thing? And I knew of the perfect partner to help me create this vision, Preferred Home Care of New York. Preferred Home Care of New York is on a mission to take care of our loved ones by matching individuals in need with reliable and compassionate home care and personal services across the New York metropolitan area. With their generosity, we turned a storage space into a lounge with TVs, a pool table, and even a bar. Our friends at Deutsch Family Wines and Spirits, Yellowtail Wines, Original New York Seltzer, and the Bronx Brewery helped us turn this storage area into something anyone can enjoy. And once we finished the makeover, we invited the residents and Hall of Fame pitcher Goose Gossage to see what we had done. The home was very grateful, of course.
You've been a great friend to the Hebrew Home.
thank
We're
you.
very grateful to you. Grateful for Goose being here, to Preferred, and to the partners at Yellowtail and Bronx Brewery for making this happen for us. So we're going to have a lot of fun with, be able to share with our children and our grandchildren. Sports is a big part of people's lives, and we're glad we're able to continue it so people don't have to go into an environment where sports isn't a part of it, where they lose that piece of their life. Here they can enhance it, enjoy it, and we're very grateful to you and everybody for making that happen.
Thank you. Bruce, what do you think? I mean,
where do I sign up? This is a great concept, I think, for family members of yours to come in here and be able to, you know, watch a ball game with you or hang out and have a beer or wine or Coke or whatever you want. But I think it's a great concept for you folks to have some place to go to and kind of hang out. So I commend you. This is a great idea.
you know, at the end of the day, you can't count on the millennials. This is really the core. They know how the game is supposed to be played.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Alan, thank you for your help. I really appreciate your support. It means a lot, and we're able to do this with your support. So
I appreciate you giving us the opportunity.
It's very nice. This project is good because it gives the older people a chance to go to different kind of things.
Do you think that maybe your kids or grandkids maybe want to come visit you more?
Oh, yes, yes.
Will you put this room to use?
Oh yeah, well, I play pool every day.
It's a privilege to be able to honor our elders, and I'm so thankful that Goose was able to make an appearance and bring some star power to the event. I found a few minutes to sit down with my old friend and see what he thought about the hookup.
This is a great venue, I think, to bring people together, the folks together, and watch some games, and you know, maybe strike some memories that happened many years ago. So, you know, I commend all of you for thinking of these folks and doing what you did.
At least we know we have one spot we can get a beer and watch the game. You know, if the hot dogs are good, I think, you know, maybe not things aren't so bad.
No, this is very good. I mean, I'm really impressed.
Going back to your pitcher, Hall of Fame status, closer. What two batters right now that are in the game you'd like to face and see what you got versus what they got?
I would love to face Ortiz. I'd give him a little chin music, and he wouldn't have that little, I'd get him out of that rocking chair at home plate.
Am I reading you wrong when I hang with you that you still hate the Red Sox? I mean, is it still...
You know, I didn't hate the Red Sox. I hated everybody, Brandon, not only the Red Sox. And, you know, I think that takes an edge away for me. I wanted every edge I could get. And hating those hitters, I didn't want to know them. I didn't want to know them personally because I'm going to be facing you and, you know, a ball might get away. And I didn't want to worry about a ball getting away because I like the guy.
Are you throwing all heat to Ortiz? Just...
Oh, absolutely. First one's going to be right under his chin. And there's going to be a yard sale at home plate. And he's going to be picking up helmet, shoes, bat, and all the stuff that he had on. And it's going to put a little different spin on that at-bat. So I was put to me a long time ago by Chuck Tanner when I first broke into the big leagues, Brandon, that son, he grabbed me and pushed me up against the locker and he said, hey, son, he says, you better make that hitter, if you're going to make a living up here, he says, you better make that hitter as uncomfortable as you can make him. And I said, yes, sir. And I started making him uncomfortable.
So you set the tone right away. How are you? You're enjoying your Hall of Fame status? Is it everything you thought it was going to be, you know, now with everything coming together?
Brandon, first of all, I couldn't comprehend my career. You know, we don't really get to stop a lot of times and smell the roses while we're playing, and I still can't comprehend my career, and I certainly can't comprehend my election to the Hall of Fame. And all I wanted to do when I started out, Brandon, when I signed with the White Sox out of high school, was put a big league uniform on one time, and that one time turned into 22 years, and then to top it all off, an election to the Hall of Fame, and then being part of the Yankee family, you know, Monument Park, having a plaque out there is, again, it's just, I just sit here and shake my head that I had that kind of career.
You know, a lot of people say, you know, you got the player flipping the bat, and you're saying you missed the manager coming out, kicking the dirt, you know, having, you know, turning his hat around and going crazy. I mean, isn't it really the same? I mean, you got the emotion out there. I mean, isn't that what you really want?
Absolutely not. It's a respect for the game, Brandon. You know, for having a manager come out and argue for his team and for his fans and or the opposing team manager, the people brought him out of their seats and they hated that visiting manager to come out of the dugout and argue with an umpire. But it's part of the character, it's part of the fiber of the game. And absolutely not. When you flip your bat, I never showed a hitter up, and I don't want to be, and I never got showed up by a hitter. So it was a respect for the game, it was a respect for your opponent. Our kids, you're going to see the kids flipping bats in the Little League World Series if this continues. And that's really what it boils down to.
One last quick question. The pine tar game.
Yeah.
Did you know he had that pine tar before all that happened? And you were stewing and waiting?
Oh, yeah.
You knew?
Oh, yeah. Well, Nettles, I faced Brett in Kansas City, and I had not heard of anything like this before. And the reason why Nettles knew about it is Munson had been called out a few years before. So we knew about, Nettles recalled the ruling. And so Brett's up in Kansas City. Next thing I know, Nettles is standing next to me going, hey, if he gets a hit here, we're going to get his bat. He hit a ground ball to second base for the final out. Now they follow us into Kansas City, or into New York. Brett comes up, Nettles is standing right there going, remember, he says, if he gets a hit here, we're getting his bat. Sure as hell, man. He hits the home run, and then all hell breaks loose.
Now,
and
all hell
the rest
breaks
is
loose,
history.
and we get all that, and we've seen all that. But what was it like afterwards? How were you guys laughing?
Oh,
because you've never seen a guy so upset.
We had a great time.
I mean, were you laughing and going
Oh,
crazy?
hell yeah. Oh, we were having a great time. And the madder he was, the more fun we had, you know.
Well, I could talk Yankee stories with Goose all day, every day. But there's one other special guest that I had to thank, Alan Heimowitz. Alan Heimowitz represents Preferred Home Care of New York, a company that truly understands how important it is that people be provided every opportunity to enjoy their lives despite their infirmities or their advanced age. This hookup and the whole show would not be possible without their generosity and compassion. Alan, first of all, thank you so much for your support here today. I mean, it meant a lot. How does your company get involved with a senior home like this, and what's your involvement with seniors?
Well, Preferred Home Care of New York has been working with seniors. Basically, we have home health aides, we have nurses, we have OT, PT professionals that go into the home itself, and we have a connection with the Hebrew Home, and it was just a natural for us, being that we're both working with seniors and trying to help make their lives a little more comfortable.
What'd you think on this particular event? What'd you think of the hookup here today?
I was really impressed. I really didn't know fully what to expect when we got involved with the project, but I heard Goose Gossage saying something about the idea of seniors relating to their youth through sports. I know I do that myself. Meeting Goose was another thrill for me, and I'm going to pass that along to my grandson. He's a Yankee fan, and he will be thrilled. Goose gave me an autograph, nice. And we're going to go to a Yankee game. But to come here, if I was a resident here, to come here and see this and be able to share that with him, it's a unique experience. It really is.
Thank you, Alan, and thank you, Preferred Home Care of New York. You're making a real difference in the lives of people that really need it. And thank you, Deutsch Family Wines and Spirits, Yellowtail Wines, and Bronx Brewery. I've been assured that there will only be responsible drinking, and we will be checking IDs. Well, that's all the time we have for this show. But if you know someone that deserves a hookup, feel free to reach out to us or to come visit us at our warehouse in New Rochelle and take a free tour. We'd love to see you, and we'd love to see you again next time on the Steiner Sports Hookup, presented by Preferred Home Care of New York. If you're a sneaker collector, join me at the Soul Exchange National Sneaker Convention, August 27th and 28th at the Meadowlands Exposition Center in Secaucus, New Jersey. Yes, if you're a sneaker collector, this is going to be the biggest sneaker event of all time. It's the National Sneaker Convention. It's the largest sneaker convention ever. You'll want a chance to buy, sell, trade your favorite kicks. There'll be over 300 vendors and 25,000 pairs of sneakers in a 15,000 square foot facility. But hurry, tickets are in high demand and only available on a limited basis. Go to thesoulexchange.com for more information to purchase tickets. We're giving away free Jordans every hour, hosting special hip-hop performances along with appearances from very special athletes and celebrities. This is going to be the largest event the sneaker world has ever seen. Go to thesoulexchange.com. That's thesoulexchange.com to learn more and purchase tickets for the weekend-long event, the Soul Exchange National Sneaker Convention, August 27th and 28th in Secaucus, New Jersey.
Today's kids, they don't know real ball players. I remember when Mickey Mantle won the Triple Crown back in '56. Now that was a ball player.
I'll drink to that, hell. Tea or coffee?
Tea, please. 2 lumps of sugar.
Sweet, just like Old McSweet.
At Preferred Home Care, our compassionate caregivers, personal aides, and nurses are chosen to match your likes, your needs, and even your favorite sports team. Call us at 1-855-742-6369 or visit www.preferredhcny.com.
Yellowtail.
Go to.
Hit singles. Go to.
Loves me not. America's #1 Shiraz has pizzazz.
Go to.
Boy Meets Grill.
Pinot Grigio. Put a little zip in your sip.
Go to.
Off the grid. Never the wrong time for the right wine.
Yellowtail, the go-to.